Where there is a crisis, there is an opportunity. While a lot of people lose money in a crisis, several people become richer. You can be one of them. In this series, I'll show you how. Hi, my name is Alan Jeremy and I am a self-taught software engineer and entrepreneur based in Kenya. Welcome to this short series where we'll be exploring various ways you can make money during a crisis. Okay, so you're stuck at home, quarantined, and you ask yourself, how can I make some money? So you start searching the interwebs for how you can make money, and you're presented with a couple of options. This series will not be covering any of the popular methods of making money online. We will focus on how you can maximize revenue using the crisis as an anchor. Oh, and quick spoiler alert. If you have been saving money all this time, then now you can buy time and as a result, multiply your money. Why not do it the usual make money online way, you may ask? Well, the first problem with the more common ways to make money online is everyone else is searching for the same thing, which means everyone has access to the same information, which in turn means there's more competition for you in any of these areas. Here's how it works. More competition means more supply than demand, which means lower costs for the people that are hiring, which means you make less money. And that's not what we want. If you somehow are still interested in those, then I have another video showing you 5 typical ways that people make money online. Now, before we get into the ways we can make money, I'd like to explain a few things that will help you figure out how to find and evaluate your own ideas. To do this, we'll be breaking down each idea based on several factors. When coming up with your own ideas, you can use this to help you figure out if an idea is good or bad. My hope is that this will help you make a decision on what you may want to work on. The first thing we will need to consider is our skills. What are we good at and what do you need to know to turn the idea into a reality? If you, however, do not have the skills, then you may have to make up for them in your networks. By investing time in developing your skills, you not only increase your value, but also your ability to save money. Which brings me to the next point. Networks. Your network is who you know. These are people that you can reach out to and partner with, ask for advice, or have invest in your business. I will be making more videos about how to network in the near future, and especially how to find valuable networks. Let me know in the comments below if that is something you will be interested in. In some cases, you may need to know or find a way to access certain types of people, and that's where your network will come in. The next thing we need to consider is the cost. Each idea will either cost us money or time. In some cases, both. In this particular case, the cost refers to the least amount of money we will need to spend to make the idea a reality. It's about time to talk about time. Time is one of the factors that we need to consider, and in this case, what is the shortest amount of time an idea can take to be materialized? Ideally, the shorter the better during a crisis. However, in some cases, other factors may outweigh the amount of time taken. We will go over some of this in the next few factors. More often than not, we can save time by hiring people to help us build the idea. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but we need to understand that the main point of a business is to create value and generate profit. So that's what we'll consider next. ROI. Our ROI refers to our return on investment. How much have we made in comparison to the amount of time and or money that we put in? Even if we were the sole proprietors of the idea, we can still quantify what our effort will amount to in monetary value. This will help us determine whether an idea is worth pursuing or not. We don't want an idea that costs more to make than the amount it returns in its lifetime.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It goes without saying that we should consider how difficult a problem is. How hard is this idea to pull off? We'll measure difficulty based on what skill level is required, as well as the complexity of implementation. Another very important factor to consider is competition. Competition is good for customers but bad for business. In this case, how much competition is currently there for a given idea? The higher the competition, the lower your revenue. Competition increases supply, and when supply increases, demand goes down. In turn, competitors try to incentivize customers to get their products by lowering prices. That means less money for you. So, avoid highly competitive areas and define the standards. Being the first one among the first ones to do something will let you set the standard for what the market value for a product or service is. Basically, you can set the price and everyone that comes after is somewhat an imitator. I could make a whole video about competition and why you should avoid it. Let me know in the comments if that is something you will be interested in. The last thing that we will need to consider, at least as far as this series is concerned, is risk. Every business is a risk, and any money that is not in your hands is a risk. Risk can come in different forms. Financial risk, physical risk, and reputational risk are just but a few types of risk that you may have to consider. Starting a business is largely about managing risk. Generally speaking, ideas with high returns initially have high risks. Ever had a brilliant idea and wondered why no one has implemented it? In most cases, the people who can implement it have probably thought of it as well. Typically, they end up not doing so because they may believe that the risk is much higher than the potential reward. Ideally, what we want is an idea that is relatively low risk with a high reward. However, I'll leave it up to you to determine whether you are willing to take the risk or not. If you got this far, that means you're one of my biggest supporters. Shout out to Jake Tran for that outro. If you got this far, leave a Roger that in the comments. Not only will that help me know you got here, it will also leave a bunch of people confused as to what is going on. Anyway, I hope you found this video insightful. If you did, leave a like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. This is gonna go horribly. I don't even know why I'm doing a song for this video that took me 1 week to edit. 1 week to edit. I can't even rap, but here I am doing a song for a video that took me 1 week to edit. 1 week to edit.